All right. This is our Necromancer skill list. There's probably a little bit of stuff that could be moved around. I would love to hear what you guys think on some of these. But I can at least give my reasoning as we kind of go through. Corpse Explosion, obviously S tier. This might be the strongest skill in the game. Static Field, Teleport, Corpse Explosion. I kind of put it right up there into that same sort of category. It's so good. Once you get so many skills in it and you're blowing up the whole screen, it's amazing. Poison Nova does insane amounts of damage, can clear players 8 and just absolutely crush. So that goes up there. Bone Prison I have in the S tier as well, because you can literally prison the entire map and just save yourself and everybody. Like, it's just, to me, it is such a saving grace. It makes it so that the Necro can just chill and go at whatever pace you want, because you can just drop Bone Prisons everywhere and you're totally fine. You can also Bone Prison people, forcing them to have teleports or whatever it is to get out of them. I mean, it's great. Revives, obviously super, super strong. And so are the summons. And this kind of goes together again. The Necro can just chill, let his amazing summons. He's the best summoner in the game. And let his Skellies and his revives just absolutely crush in PVM right there. So very strong characters. Or very strong skills, I should say. Life Tap, Lower Resist, and Decrepify, I think are all S tier curses and skills. Some people might disagree with that, but Life Tap, not for the skeleton, but when you have it for another character, like if you know, obviously it's just everybody desires to proc it. Any melee character wants to proc this. Lower Resist, just super helpful for a party, absolutely massive. And Decrepify just destroys so much stuff. It's just an amazing curse. Slows and increases damage taken there. In the A tier, I've got Bone Spear and Bone Armor. You could almost put Bone Armor up in the S tier because it has the physical pure absorption as well. So very, very solid. In the A tier, Amp Damage. Again, could be S tier. I mean, there's so much stuff that you could have on S tier for this character. It's insane. There's so many good skills, yet the character overall is meh. He's okay. Clay Golem, a very solid character or minion as well. The best Golem in my opinion. Slows, and people underestimate the value of him. So really, really good. You can completely lock up Bale if a Clay Golem hits him, and you have Decrepify on Bale. He won't. None of his skills will cast. And then the Summon Mastery is just very nice to boost your summon, so I put it right there. Golem Mastery right here, I just put in B tier. Dim Vision I have in B tier as well. This one you could move up as well if you'd like for PVM, because it just destroys monsters and makes them stand around. Bone Spirit, just kind of, the damage is still good on it, but it's single target. It's not quite as good as Bone Spear, so it goes down there. Teeth, very good, but doesn't shotgun, so that drops it down to B tier for me, though a nice starter skill. Attract, decent, so that the monsters will attack each other, and Fire Golem can go at the end there. Confuse, also not a bad skill. You're not going to like go crazy for it, but it's very helpful. There's a lot of decent curses on the Necromancer. Summon Resist is useful. Weaken is that Weaken? Gosh dang, there's so many skills. So many curses. Yes. That one's Weaken, and yeah, okay. So Weaken is not bad. C tier for me for sure. And then Terror as well, kind of a C tier. Not really curses. There's just better curses that you're gonna use. Overall, they're okay, but you're just not using them really. Iron Golem, if he wasn't so buggy, would actually be higher. But the fact that you can just lose him for no reason, kind of sucks and kind of ruins him for me. But nice to have like an Inside Iron Golem or something that's not crazy. And then in the D tier, I've got Iron Maiden, just because it's only good in normal for the normal bosses, and then it's worth nothing. After that, I've got Blood Golem as well, which used to be better, but now just, I don't know, just not a big fan of the Blood Golem. And it's just, there's better options. The Clay Golem's just such a better option, or a Fire or an Iron. Poison Explosion. Just use Corpse Explosion. It's just a worse version of that. And Bone Wall is just a bad version of Bone Prison. It's like just casting random bone walls in No Man's Land doesn't really do a lot for you. Beyond that, we have Poison Dagger down in the F tier, but it can do so much damage. Yeah, and it's still garbage. Just a terrible, weird skill for this character. And then Skeleton Mages, which are good for if you want to resurrect and try and get a cold mage to shoot a cold piece. But even then, all they do is get in the way. They just block stuff. They're just a terrible, terrible skill. So overall, not bad. You know, I feel like so many high skill, most S skill skills overall. Most S skills of all the classes thus far, and probably overall, I would imagine. Just makes you wonder why he's not better overall as a character, you know? But I guess a lot of it's also like support and things, you know? So that's the Necromancer. Would love to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Peace, YouTube.